A very good afternoon to you from the sports desk. Let's get into some rugby news. The United Rugby Championship is back this weekend. The Sharks have been facing Ulster, while the Stormers are hosting Edinburgh in a few minutes. Sports journalist Nathan Gogela has been following the Stormers build-up in particular and joins us now via Zoom to look ahead to that. Nathan, a very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you, Gwena, as well. Thank you for the opportunity.
Let's look ahead to this game, the Stormers and Edinburgh. The Stormers were on a comfortable run in the URC until they lost that match against the Bulls. What mood or mode do you think they are going into this game?
I think coming to this game, there's a lot of excitement, especially with the Red Dizer Consortium deal that was approved this week. A few exciting players coming in now with Lizot Popocha and Wandisile Simelani. New captain is Saman Murat coming back, Frans Malherbe coming back. So a lot of veterans or seniors are coming back into the Stormer side.
And I mean, looking at just those few changes, how much do you think they will add in terms of just going back to winning ways for the Stormers?
I think they will add a lot of energy, especially the new guys coming in. They want to show the coaches what they've got. They've got a lot of freedom to express themselves. So there are a lot of calm heads coming to the sides of Springboks, Saman Murat, Frans Malherbe. So a lot of calm heads are in the team. So obviously from last time they played against the Bulls, a lot of disappointment. But obviously they're playing at home, so there's a lot of excitement as well.
On their side, Edinburgh will, I'm sure, have a thing or two to say about the Stormers trying to get back to winning ways. They themselves are on a 3-match winning streak, and that win against Ospreys will definitely be a motivation going into this game.
100%. But again, you must remember the last time they played at the DHL Stadium, the Stormers, the playoffs last season, they won 28-17. So there's a lot of confidence for the Stormers side. They do understand how the Stormers play, so there's a few areas they want to attack. The Stormers is the rush defense, and then obviously the more defense. So I think that's going to be important for the Edinburgh. They need to keep a ball in hand, especially it is a sunny day out in DHL Stadium, so it's going to be a good brand of running rugby.
Let's touch on that. I mean, the conditions expected today, but also the fact that the Stormers are at home should serve as a bit of motivation to try and go out there and dominate, not only with ball in hand, but everything that the match brings to them today.
Yeah, it's very difficult playing at DHL Stadium. I think all teams know. Even Jake himself knows as well. And all the other local teams, very difficult playing at DHL Stadium, especially with the faithful, as they call themselves, the supporters of the Stormers. So it's going to be a tough day in the office for Edinburgh, but I think if they stick to the systems and attack those certain areas whereby the Stormers do lack in terms of breakdown, rush defense, and more defense, I think if they do stick to the basics, keep the ball in hand, I think it's going to be a decent outing for both teams.
Where do you think the danger, if anything, will come from Edinburgh's side?
Just looking at their lineup, unfortunately, some Six Nations players are not available for this game. Duan van der Merwe, Piers Skuman, but there are guys to look out for. Billy Mata, the 8th man, Villacott, and Emiliano Poffelli, the Argentinian fullback. So some experienced head in the side. So it's going to be a decent outing out there. So especially with the Villacott, Mata, and Emiliano Poffelli at the back. Would you say that then it will be the back, or at least more in the center, that we're likely going to see this game being won? I think we need to look at where everything happens. I think if you can get front foot ball with your forwards, it does create opportunities for the backs. So it's going to be a tussle up front. They are missing a few key players at Edinburgh, as the likes of Piers Skuman, as I mentioned. So I think if Stormers can get the front foot dominance, and then obviously with the flashy outside backs the Stormers have, it's going to be a decent outing. So I'm looking forward to this game. It's probably going to be a decent crowd out there as well for the Stormers. Nell also getting his 200th cap. It should be a big occasion for him, and I'm sure from their side, as the Edinburgh, they would like to have something to celebrate in Cape Town. Yeah, Vipin Nell, he obviously played for the Stormers back in the days, the Cheetahs as well. So he actually received his 200th cap from one of the board members at the Durban Rugby Club, so Durbanville Rugby Club. So it's going to be a decent outing for him. Experienced candidate is going to be going up against Brock Harris. So two old heads. So it's going to be a nice tussle out there. Vipin Nell, he's got a lot to prove today in front of his old home in Cape Town.
Skinner and Healy also return from playing in the Six Nations. I mean, how much of a difference would you think they will add? But also the fact that they're coming from if one can say, a much stronger competition.
Yeah, experience. I mean, as you mentioned, some experience here coming in from the Six Nations. We did mention that the players that won't be available, and then now you mentioned Skinner as well. So Skinner is available for Edinburgh. He will obviously provide a lot of emphasis in the lineouts. The Stormers do tend to struggle at certain points in the game. I think if they do disrupt the Stormers' set pieces, especially the lineout, and the Stormers won't be able to get the front foot ball, it's going to be a long outing for the Stormers. But yeah, some old experience heads for Edinburgh.
Where will the Stormers' strength then be with all that is said? Which areas do you think the Stormers are able to exploit and make sure that they get a positive result out of this?
Just basics. I think this week John Dobson did mention that he wants to stick to the basics. Just the forwards obviously crashing the ball up front to make sure the set pieces are 100%. And obviously with that flashy outside backs, just to create opportunities for them. So they'll be looking to play in Edinburgh's half, especially with Manu Lebok and Damon Williams at the back. They do tend to find the spaces beyond the Edinburgh defence. So if you apply a lot of pressure, especially in the first 20 minutes, it's going to be a good day for the Stormers.
How important is this game for the Stormers particularly to win? Yes, they come from an unbeaten run, which they lost against the Bulls. Is it about building momentum, or what's at stake this time around?
Currently, the Stormers lie 9th on the log. They do want to creep up. So all these teams are coming from the north or coming down now to play a few games down in South Africa. So it's going to be very key that they get as many points as possible, especially in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So for the Stormers, it's vital they get 4 or 5 points today, and then next week again against Ulster. Ulster are playing against the Sharks currently. So I think for the Stormers, it's very key that they at least get a win today, and they're showing a lot of confidence ahead of the Ulster game.
And just finally, for Edinburgh, what's at stake?
I think for them, it's just key to get as many points as possible. It's not easy playing away from home. So if they manage to get at least 1 or 2 losing bonus points for 4 tries and the other losing bonus points, I think it's going to be, they'll be happy with that. It's not easy playing at the DHL Stadium. So I think for them at the moment, just get as many points on the road.
Nathan Gogela, thank you so much for coming through to speak to us as we look ahead to that game that is taking place in a short while, the United Rugby Championship.